Good evening and welcome to another edition of Mas con Mas. My name is Raúl Mas, your host. Thank you for being with us here this evening, and thank you to our sponsors, Longevity, Cachita Universal Studios, Grimal Joyeria, and all of those that make this program possible. We're doing something a little bit different this evening. You've seen me usually sitting behind a desk here, sort of one-on-one, talking about the events of the week. But this week I wanted to sort of change the format of the program and really give some airtime to somebody that you may have heard of. He was on a video that went viral this past week. My guest, Máximo Álvarez. Máximo Álvarez is the owner of Sunshine Gas Distributors here in Miami, Florida. One of the largest distributors of gasoline, if not the largest distributor of gasoline in South Florida. I believe, Max, over 500 gas stations that you supply gas to, is that correct?
That is correct.
That's right. And you own, from what I saw, 360 or more gas stations?
Something like that.
So as you can tell, somebody who's been very, very successful. But what drew the attention of the public to Máximo Álvarez was the interview that he gave, or the speech that he gave, I should say, a couple of weeks ago when President Trump was in town, warning Americans about the perils of socialism and communism, and expressing his gratitude for America and the success that he's had as a result of living in a free country that we all cherish and appreciate. That video, I think, resonated with a lot of people. It brought to the forefront something that we've been talking about constantly on this program, which is that we live in a very unique country, the United States of America. It is not a perfect country by any stretch of the imagination. But as someone who has traveled the world, I can tell you without question that it is by far and away the best country in the world in terms of the freedoms that we enjoy, the opportunities that we enjoy in this country. And I wanted to introduce you a little bit more to Máximo Álvarez. And I wanted to start because when he gave that speech or talked briefly with President Trump about his own experience, he started off talking about how he arrived in America. And Máximo, you arrived in 1961, correct?
Correct.
Yes. And I was 4 years old at the time. I think you were 13 years old.
Just turned 13, yes.
And so luckily I arrived with my family. You arrived with something called Operation Peter Pan. And I think very few people understand or know what Operation Peter Pan was about. But it was an effort on the part of the Archdiocese of South Florida to bring from Cuba young children that were going to be indoctrinated as communists and as socialists, whose parents wanted to get them out of Cuba. Is that correct? I mean, give us a little bit more detail about Operation Peter Pan.
This is a program that was really sponsored by Catholic Charities, together with the State Department. And it happened because at the time, parents were concerned that young children were being taken away for indoctrination purposes by the government of Castro. So parents who saw what could happen if their children would be taken away were courageous enough to send their children out to a place of unknown. But in my case, my parents realized that no matter how bad it would be, it was going to be better than what we had expected, or we were expecting to happen in Cuba. I was very fortunate. My parents knew more than anybody else simply because the same thing had happened in Spain at the turn of the previous century. Right. So my father had left Spain at the age of 18, never to go back, running away from communism.
Now you were coming to Miami, but the idea was that you were going to go to Spain to live with your brother, right?
Well, the idea, first of all, my brother left. My brother, who was 7 years older than me, was sent to Spain in February of 1961. He was still 19 years old. He was just about to finish at the University of Villanova. So he went to the Marist brothers in La Coruña, and I stayed back simply because I was still in school. My brother was already out of school, so he was sent to Spain. And come the month of May, when the government took over the schools, all the Catholic schools or private schools were taken over. So I happened to be in the Marist Brothers, and they were closed in May. So the idea of my parents, and I remember somehow or another relating to us, you know, this is not going to last long, but in the meantime, you're not going to lose any school. So you go to Spain, same school that I was attending in Cuba, the Marist Brothers in La Coruña. And my brother was still, he was already there teaching and living at school. So he left in February, I left in July. It just so happened that I'm going to Spain through Miami. And the day that I left Cuba, my mother received a telegram that my brother had just passed in Spain. So they kept me in Miami, not knowing if I was going to end up going to Spain or my parents were going to bring me back to Cuba. So that's when I joined the Peter Pan group, which was the program that really handled over 14,000 children, minor, younger than 18.
Now think about this for a second, folks. I mean, you know, this was, imagine that you are a mother or father in Cuba, and you have somebody who's taken over the country, who has now declared himself a communist, and you make what has got to be, by any stretch of the imagination, a gut-wrenching decision to send your child abroad without you, right? I mean, the last time we saw something similar was, you know, during World War II, when the Jews, you know, many of them gave up their children, knowing that you know, what the Holocaust meant. I mean, not to make a comparison between the two, but, you know, a very difficult decision. I don't know if it was more traumatic for you or for your parents.
I look back and remember, when you're 13 years old, you adjust very rapidly, especially the way we were treated here in America. We were treated as special children. The real tough decision was mom and dad. I look back and I see my children and my grandchildren right now, and I wonder if I would have the same courage that mom and dad did. Mm-hmm. So it's something really amazing. Then think of mom, somebody who worked all their lives, started from nothing, lived through the Depression years in Cuba, save as much money as they possibly could so that the children would have the best education. And then all of a sudden, when they're about to enjoy what we call the fruit of our labor, all of a sudden mom and dad lose both boys in one day. Right. I don't need to go into that because I get emotional, but my mother went crazy. She had to be given electroshock treatment and all that. And thank God my father stayed there with her.
But your parents eventually came and joined you.
4 years later, yeah.
So 1965, more or less?
December 64, my parents arrived. And they were able to come with no problem because I was a minor and I claimed them. So, and they were never involved in anything that had to do with politics or anything. So.
And they obviously saw fit to educate you. I mean, they considered an education very important for their children. You ended up at Florida State University?
Yes, and by the way, this is something that I must add now. In America, we have a tendency to measure success by the amount of money that you accumulate or assets. Real success is how you influence other people to be better. Mm-hmm. My parents, when they passed, they probably weren't worth very much money as far as finance is concerned. But I tell you, my father was a very rich man because he saw me graduate from college. Yeah. And that's what you call real success. Yeah. And my success is not how many stations you say I have today, but just to see that my children will do better than we did.
Well, listen, I think that is the essence of what some people call servant leadership, right? I mean, it's important to lead people, but the best leaders are those that serve their employees and serve their community in the process of creating a business and serve their own families, right? I mean,
one of the greatest things about America is that the next generation is always been better than the one before. Right. Today, we're on the thread. Today, we could be the first generation that is not better than the one before.
Yeah, it is.
And this is the first time that I recall ever happening here.
Right. Well, but so you went to Florida State University, you went and worked for Citgo, I think, for a number of years, and then eventually in 1987, you buy a handful of underperforming gasoline stations, right? Yeah. You create Sunshine Gas Distributors, and 33 years later, it's a huge business, but you must have faced some obstacles along the way. A lot of people criticizing your decisions and stuff.
You know, when you say in America, this is the American dream and this can only happen in America, I literally started the business from the trunk of my car. That was my office, you know, and I remember there was one other individual and Manny Carnero, still around, still with the company. And he and I took care of these 4 gas stations, which, by the way, I remember going to the Ocean Bank, I never forget this, and my lawyer telling me if I had seen the financial statements of these 4 gas stations, and I said no, but I'm pretty sure they're selling it to me because they're not good. So he tried to talk me out of it because he said, you know, you still don't have to go through it. And on my 15th year, my 15th anniversary, I got a plaque that is a quote by an English literature. It says, I owe my success to have listened to the best of advice and done exactly the opposite. And again, this is what makes
G.K. Chesterton.
This correct. This is what makes America great. This is what makes capitalism great. You take chances, and if you work hard, and if you practice the core values that Mom and Dad taught us, that Peter Pan, Monsignor Walsh made sure he instilled in us throughout the years, most chances, most of the time, you're going to be successful.
We're talking to Máximo Álvarez, a remarkable individual. We're going to break for a quick commercial. We'll be back in just a few minutes to talk a little bit more with Máximo about what's going on in America today, the politics of current day USA. Thank you for sticking with us.
We are ENTV USA. Log on now and check out our live shows and subscribe. You don't want to miss this. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Línea Deportiva, a sports line. At 7 p.m., O Que Chisme, the best celebrity gossip show with Odi Abreu. At 8 p.m., Punto Final, another angle of news. 9 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, we have Alo Cortez with Tony Cortez. Tuesdays at 9 p.m., Dame Un Like. Thursdays, also at 9 p.m., De Noche con Roche. Fridays, 9 p.m., Más con Más with Raúl Mas Canosa. Every Wednesdays at 4 p.m., we've got Brisky Business with Dave Brisky. Followed by Inmigración en Fronteras with lawyer Irving Gonzalez at 5 p.m. This is our programming for ENTV USA, from right here in Miami for the rest of the world. Con una vista, basta. Show some love and give us a like.
As you age, the collagen that helps keep your body in optimal physical condition breaks down faster than your body can replace it. But now, it's easy to give your body the healthy dose of collagen it needs with Collagen Creamer from Youngevity. It's a delicious vanilla-flavored coffee creamer that's packed with 7.5 grams of bovine-sourced collagen peptides. Youngevity's Collagen Creamer uses 2 types of collagen to better supply the protein needed to repair and strengthen the connective tissue in your body. It also supports healthy hair, skin, nails, and even bones. We've also formulated Collagen Creamer with MCT, healthy fats that the body is able to absorb and convert into an instant boost of energy. Add it to coffee or one of your other favorite beverages when you need it. Youngevity Collagen Creamer. Support for healthy connective tissue and more energy, all in a tasty vanilla-flavored creamer. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
Understanding your microbiome can change everything you thought you knew about nutrition, digestion, immunity, and metabolism. Ultimate Microbiome by Youngevity was specifically formulated to optimize this ecosystem. It provides the advanced support your gut needs through prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic supplementation. Our unique blend of probiotics includes Lactobacillus and Plantarum, healthy bacteria, which has been shown to aid in weight loss, sleep, mood, and may even help with seasonal allergies. To enhance digestion, Digizyme Multi-Enzyme Complex, a blend of 5 specific enzymes, has been added to Ultimate Microbiome. It can help break down food so your body can better absorb nutrients. Ultimate Microbiome, the scientific, proprietary, and holistic approach to gut health that helps optimize your body's entire gut ecosystem. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
A strong heart is a happy heart. Your body's systems depend on a healthy cardiovascular system to thrive. Without a healthy heart, you could experience symptoms like fatigue, aches and pains, dizziness, or shortness of breath. Youngevity developed Ultimate EFA Plus with a proprietary balanced blend of essential fatty acids. We started with flaxseed oil. It's been shown to improve the elasticity of arteries and support healthy blood pressure. Next, we included cold water fish oils, rich in omega-3s that can promote a healthy cardiovascular system and even increase levels of good HDL cholesterol. Then we added borage oil, known for its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Blended together, these essential fatty acids provide you with the optimal blend of nutrients to help maintain normal cardiovascular health. Ultimate EFA Plus, the right nutrients to improve your heart health naturally. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
Your body's immune system is under constant pressure from things like stress and toxins in the environment. It's crucial to be proactive and support your immune system. Introducing fast-acting Zinc Plus Immune Support by Youngevity. Unlike zinc-only supplements, Zinc Plus Immune Support builds on the proven power of zinc and adds complementary nutrients, while our proprietary blend of natural fruit and root extracts provides the extra help your immune system needs to work against daily stressors. And we've included Youngevity's exclusive plant-derived minerals to give your body the minerals it needs but can't get from food alone. And because Zinc Plus Immune Support is delivered in a great-tasting, sugar-free, berry-flavored lozenge, it encourages quicker absorption of all these nutrients into your body. Zinc Plus Immune Support. Zinc plus the extra support your body needs to promote a healthy immune system. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
Just because you're a certain age doesn't mean you have to look it or feel it. Immortalium by Youngevity was developed to support your body's ability to age normally and healthfully. It's an advanced anti-aging supplement that combines the most effective essential nutrients in a cutting-edge, bi-layered and extended release tablet designed to support your telomere health and natural aging process. Telomeres are the biological clocks within your cells that form the protective ends of almost every chromosome in your body. Telomeres help prevent the chromosomes from deteriorating. The longer and healthier the telomeres in a cell, the greater the health and anti-aging benefits. Immortalium contains synergizing antioxidant enzymes and telomere health-promoting nutrients that are quickly absorbed to give your body time to break down the antioxidants and put them to work. Immortalium, advanced anti-aging support that can help fight the natural aging process. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
More and more healthcare professionals and people seeking alternative and natural health treatments are turning to hemp-based products because of the growing body of research supporting its benefits. Youngevity has leveraged our years of natural plant-based nutritional research to introduce 3 new products. Hemp FX Soothe helps support muscles and joints by enhancing a healthy immune response and reducing free radical stress. For optimal results, it contains our hemp-derived CBD plus the powerful antioxidant glutathione. Hemp FX Relax helps ease the mind and the body for a deep and restful sleep. We combined our hemp-derived CBD with melatonin to help support your best night's sleep. To help support positive energy for your mind and your mood, we created Hemp FX Uplift. In combination with St. John's wort and a specialized set of terpenes and cannabinoid enhancers. To learn more about Hemp FX, contact your Youngevity distributor or visit hempfx.com.
To stay healthy, it's crucial to make sure you get the nutrition you need every day. But it's difficult to get all your recommended vitamins and minerals from food alone. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 by Youngevity is a simple, convenient, and affordable way to help your body get the essential nutrients it needs. BTT 2.0 supports your body's natural defense system with a proprietary blend of energy-boosting and body-loving nutrients, plus prebiotics, probiotics, amino acids, and enzymes that support digestion. But to get the most benefit and value from any multivitamin, your body must be able to break down the nutrients so you can fully absorb them. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 was specially formulated with synergizing cofactors to ensure you get maximum nutrient absorption. Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 is the easiest way to give your body the balance and complete daily vitamin mineral supplement it needs. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
Welcome back to Máximo Mas. Thank you for being with us, and thanks again to our sponsors, Youngevity, Cachita Coffee, Grimal Joyeria, and all those that make this program possible. We continue our conversation with Máximo Álvarez, the owner of Sunshine Gas Distributors here in South Florida. Max became very popular in the last few weeks with a video that he was involved in, conversation that he was having with President Trump, talking about the importance of keeping America free, keeping capitalism going. And I wanted to talk to Max in this particular segment about what we're seeing taking place in America today. I mean, I think one of the great virtues of living in America is that in that Constitution, we have a constitutionally protected right to free speech. And I think after everybody saw that video, you know, the murder of George Floyd, I don't know anybody who saw that video and didn't think of it as being, you know, a brutal murder in the public eye. And it was understandable the protests that came out as a result of that, the peaceful protests that came out of that. But that peaceful protest movement has been very quickly hijacked by other individuals and other groups who really, the issue of racial equality was sort of the spark. The murder of George Floyd provided the spark that they needed to come in and really begin pushing an agenda that really has very little to do with racial equality and has more to do with a complete transformation of our lives and our system of living, if you will. And I've talked about Black Lives Matter on this program, and I've mentioned how, you know, Black Lives Matter, their own leaders, by their own admission, are trained Marxists. I'm talking about Patricia Coolers. I'm talking about Opal Tometi, who basically hosted Nicolás Maduro in Harlem back in 2015. They have an agenda, and that agenda is much more than racial equality. That agenda encompasses a fundamental change in the way America is run and the way that we govern ourselves as a society. You've had some experience. You've looked at Black Lives Matter. What's your view of that organization, and what do you see as the fear that it brings to you personally?
Well, we saw this happen in our country.
In Cuba?
Absolutely. At the time, it was not called terrorism, it was called guerra de guerrillas. It was a guerrilla warfare, where one individual can create enough terror to pretty much destroy the economy and the faith of all your citizens. And these two ladies, which I refuse to name them because I don't want to give them any more publicity, they have admitted that they're trained Marxist-Leninists. They have admitted that they're trained communists. And they have admitted that they want to destroy this country. Back in the 50s, if you were a communist in this country, you had to be registered because you were the enemy. We go to other countries and our young people die to defend liberty, freedom. And then we allow them in this country. And you know, they appeal to your feelings. For example, Mr. Floyd. Anybody who sees that video, there's no one in America that's not going to have an opinion that this is wrong. But that is not the subject. The real subject is, this is a country of law. Yes, the police officer did wrong, no question about that. There's a process to deal with that. And if he's found guilty, he will be dealt with. But we don't talk about why was the officer there? When was the last time a police officer went to kill somebody? They don't want to talk about that. The police officer is always answering a call of distress. Someone is robbing somebody. Somebody's attacking somebody. Then the police officer goes there and he makes a mistake and he acts improperly. But then we forget that the individual that suffered the consequences was not an angel.
Yeah. Now look, we've seen that time and time again, and unfortunately it's gotten to the level now to where you're seeing these sort of crazy calls throughout America to, you know, defund the police, to basically, you know, do away with the police force, to quote unquote reallocate resources to social work and things of that sort. And it you know, 6 months ago, the idea that a major presidential candidate like Joe Biden would be talking about getting rid of the police force would have been seen as completely insane. And now it is part of the common lexicon that we've got people talking about, you know, doing away with policing as we know it in America. Absolute insanity. But getting back to Black Lives Matter, you know, these individuals are running this organization, but there's a lot more behind the screen. And by that I refer to the people that are providing the money.
Very well organized, very well financed by people who really hate this country. And I keep begging, please follow the money. Please follow the money. You'll see how people like George Soros, people like the Clintons, people like the Barack Obamas, they're involved with this.
I mean, literally Black Lives Matter has raised easily tens of millions of dollars. You know what shocked me? One of the things, that I don't think people realize this, the Ford Foundation, has actually sponsored a lot of, you know, Black Lives Matter initiatives and things of that sort. So you have major tax-exempt charitable organizations in America giving enormous sums of money to organizations like Black Lives Matter. And I wonder, you know, what would Henry Ford think about this? I mean, here, Henry Ford, you know, one of the models of capitalism in America. I mean, the guy who started the assembly line process in America, and one of the great titans of American manufacturing. Ford, that in World War II shifted from civilian production to wartime production and allowed us to defeat Nazism and fascism in Europe. And now his foundation is supporting not just Black Lives Matter, but other initiatives and environmental movements that could really cause great harm to America. I mean, it's the world turned upside down. And I think I agree with you. Look, follow the money. Follow the money and see who's behind all these organizations. And I think you'll find exactly that.
Listen, we're the least racist country in the world. you and I are proof of that.
Sure.
Now, there are racists in this country? Of course. There are bad police officers in this country? Yes. There are bad teachers? Yes. But let's go to the beginning. Why do we have really bad police officers today? Because we lower the standards to be inclusive. Mm-hmm. Because to be a police officer before, you have to certain height. You have to have certain strength. You have to have certain education. So now, so we can become inclusive, we accept just about anybody. That is real racism. Mm-hmm. Because it's no longer based on your talent. Now you're filling in numbers. Mm-hmm. And that's why you have bad police officers. That's why you have bad teachers. Mm-hmm. You cannot fire a bad teacher because the union doesn't allow you to do that.
And yet we hold them to a very high standard, right?
Correct.
Because you're a police officer. You're now, because of this inclusion, reflecting our society, but we're holding you to a very high standard to where, you know, you're expected to go out and confront dangerous individuals and take abuse and not sort of push back or fight back and simply, you know, sit there and take this pressure.
It's really funny. You know, now you say, not only have to defund the police, but you now have to train and make sure they don't use this kind of hold, that kind of hold. Have these people ever had a street fight?
I don't think so.
Have you ever had a street fight?
I've been in a street fight.
Have you ever fought somebody who's 2-3 inches bigger than you?
I have. You got a broken nose to prove it.
100 pounds, and then you're thinking, let me not hold him by the neck because I may hurt him.
Right.
So you need to train the police to kill with your hands because it's their lives. They're being attacked.
Right.
So you need to train, make sure that you hire the right police officer, make sure that he's trained properly, make sure he has the right education. Not everybody qualifies to do that. Not everybody can be a pilot. Not everybody can be an astronaut.
Right.
So we need to raise the standards to make sure we have the best police officers. You know? And if they make a mistake, we have a justice system that will deal with that.
Yeah.
If you have to put him in jail, he'll go to jail. If you have to punish him, you'll punish him.
Well, listen,
but don't lower the standards.
but
and my God, what do? This is a country of laws.
Yeah, sure. And let's talk about that, because I think one of the most concerning things that I've seen is that there is this push now to do away with the rule of law. There is this belief now that if you do not share the opinion of Black Lives Matter or the university administrators that are promoting this cancel culture,
you're a racist,
and we're gonna fire you because you say all lives matter instead of Black Lives Matter. That gets you fired from a job. That gets you fired from a university. And the emphasis is no longer on. And I spoke with a friend of mine. We had a guest here not long ago, Yi Chao Chang in San Francisco, a very conservative individual from the San Francisco area, who was talking to us about how in California, it is no longer about equal opportunity and about equal justice for all. The movement now, what the leftists want, is what they call equity. And their definition of equity basically is socialism, is communism. Yeah, right. I mean, that's insane. I mean, we are still a country of laws. We are still governed by a constitution, and those are the things that are critical in America. We're going to break it up for a quick commercial. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes and finish with Max. We're going to dedicate this entire program to him, but a very interesting conversation. We'll be back in just a minute. Take care. We are ENTV USA. You can find us on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Roku. You can also download our mobile applications either from Google Play or from the Apple Store, depending on your online device. Give us a shot. You'll like what you see. Con una vista, basta.
Your body's immune system is under constant pressure from things like stress and toxins in the environment. It's crucial to be proactive and support your immune system. Introducing fast-acting Zinc Plus Immune Support by Longevity. Unlike zinc-only supplements, Zinc Plus Immune Support builds on the proven power of zinc and adds complementary nutrients, while our proprietary blend of natural fruit and root extracts provides the extra help your immune system needs to work against daily stressors. And we've included Youngevity's exclusive plant-derived minerals to give your body the minerals it needs but can't get from food alone. And because Zinc Plus Immune Support is delivered in a great-tasting, sugar-free, berry-flavored lozenge, it encourages quicker absorption of all these nutrients into your body. Zinc Plus Immune Support. Zinc plus the extra support your body needs to promote a healthy immune system. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate. Understanding your microbiome can change everything you thought you knew about nutrition, digestion, immunity, and metabolism. Ultimate Microbiome by Youngevity was specifically formulated to optimize this ecosystem. It provides the advanced support your gut needs through prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotic supplementation. Our unique blend of probiotics includes Lactobacillus and Plantarum, healthy bacteria, which has been shown to aid in weight loss, sleep, mood, and may even help with seasonal allergies. To enhance digestion, Digizyme Multi-Enzyme Complex, a blend of 5 specific enzymes, has been added to Ultimate Microbiome. It can help break down food so your body can better absorb nutrients. Ultimate Microbiome, the scientific, proprietary, and holistic approach to gut health that helps optimize your body's entire gut ecosystem. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
More and more healthcare professionals and people seeking alternative and natural health treatments are turning to hemp-based products because of the growing body of research supporting its benefits. Youngevity has leveraged our years of natural plant-based nutritional research to introduce 3 new products. Hemp FX Soothe helps support muscles and joints by enhancing a healthy immune response and reducing free radical stress. For optimal results, it contains our hemp-derived CBD plus the powerful antioxidant glutathione. Hemp FX Relax helps ease the mind and the body for a deep and restful sleep. We combined our hemp-derived CBD with melatonin to help support your best night's sleep. To help support positive energy for your mind and your mood, we created Hemp FX Uplift. In combination with St. John's wort and a specialized set of terpenes and cannabinoid enhancers. To learn more about Hemp FX, contact your Youngevity distributor or visit hempfx.com.
Cardio Beats from Youngevity supports a healthy cardiovascular system and helps supply the nutrients your body needs to support better physical endurance. Your capacity to last a little longer is largely based on how well your cardiovascular system expends oxygen and circulates blood through your body. Cardio Beats helps combat the oxidative stress caused by physical activity by supplying you with key nutrients that support your cardiovascular system. These nutrients have also been shown to help improve endurance. Cardio Beats starts with organic beets, a rich source of nitrates to support healthy blood flow and oxygen transport. We've added whole foods from highly bioavailable seaweed and mango fruit, both known for blood flow support, and antioxidant-rich sweet cherries. Then, for even more heart health benefits, we finished it off with key amino acids. Take your physical endurance to the next level with Cardio Beats. Talk to your Youngevity associate for more information.
Paying attention to your overall health also means focusing on the command center of it all, your brain. Factors like stress, lack of sleep, poor diet, a sedentary lifestyle, and the bombardment of pollutants and toxins can all diminish brain and neural functions. When was the last time you concentrated on your brain health? Synaptive by Youngevity is a cutting-edge, unique brain support supplement that delivers powerful nutrients both immediately and throughout the day. Its anti-stress nutrients provide instant brain-boosting support that helps with mental focus and cognitive activity. To enhance your body's neuroprotection, Synaptive's full-spectrum antioxidant blend targets 6 major classes of free radicals that inhibit brain function. This powerful nutrient combination also promotes healthy blood flow to the brain. Synaptive, optimal antioxidant neuroprotection and support for a healthy brain. Now that's something to think about. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
Antioxidants are essential to protect your cells against the damaging effects of free radicals. Turmeric by Youngevity harnesses the power of nature to combat free radicals by delivering a potent boost of antioxidants known for their incredible healing properties. Sourced from certified organic turmeric root, turmeric contains 95% curcuminoids, the active compounds that quash free radicals. Turmeric has been used in Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine for thousands of years to promote both heart and brain health, as well as its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. We've also included a botanical blend of phytonutrients that include flavonoids, carotenoids, and sulfides. These natural, plant-based chemicals are powerful contributors to overall health and well-being. Turmeric, the organic antioxidant supplement from Youngevity, formulated to promote optimal health. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate. A strong heart is a happy heart. Your body's systems depend on a healthy cardiovascular system to thrive. Without a healthy heart, you could experience symptoms like fatigue, aches and pains, dizziness, or shortness of breath. Youngevity developed Ultimate EFA Plus with a proprietary balanced blend of essential fatty acids. We started with flaxseed oil. It's been shown to improve the elasticity of arteries and support healthy blood pressure. Next, we included cold water fish oils, rich in omega-3s that can promote a healthy cardiovascular system and even increase levels of good HDL cholesterol. Then we added borage oil, known for its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Blended together, these essential fatty acids provide you with the optimal blend of nutrients to help maintain normal cardiovascular health. Ultimate EFA Plus, the right nutrients to improve your heart health naturally. To learn more, contact your Youngevity associate.
Cardio Beats from Youngevity supports a healthy cardiovascular system and helps supply the nutrients your body needs to support better physical endurance. Your capacity to last a little longer is largely based on how well your cardiovascular system expends oxygen and circulates blood through your body. Cardio Beats helps combat the oxidative stress caused by physical activity by supplying you with key nutrients that support your cardiovascular system. These nutrients have also been shown to help improve endurance. Cardio Beats starts with organic beets, a rich source of nitrates to support healthy blood flow and oxygen transport. We've added whole foods from highly bioavailable seaweed and mango fruit, both known for blood flow support, and antioxidant-rich sweet cherries. Then, for even more heart health benefits, we finished it off with key amino acids. Take your physical endurance to the next level with Cardio Beats. Talk to your Youngevity associate for more information.
Welcome back to Máximo Mas. Thank you for being with us. As I mentioned earlier, we're dedicating this entire program to Máximo Álvarez, a fascinating individual, the owner of Sunshine Gas Distributors here in South Florida. And before we took the commercial break, we were talking about the rule of law in America and the importance of the rule of law and how, unfortunately, there are now some efforts to do away with that and create a substitute system, if you will. One that focuses on equity, one that focuses on socialism, communism. That's not the American way, is it?
Sure is not. And again, we're living proof that this is the country that everybody yearns to come to.
Sure.
There's got to be a real reason for that. This is the only country where you can reach your potential, whatever God-given potential may be.
Right.
There's no other place in the world to do that, and we're typical examples.
Right.
So,
listen, it's not just our generation. I mean, if you look around here, South Florida, one of the things that I find fascinating about living in Miami, we've seen it time again, not just with the Cuban diaspora, but other migrations that have come. You've seen Nicaraguans, you've seen Colombians, you've seen Venezuelans. I mean, we are just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the community of Doral, which has a very large Venezuelan population. and we throw a rock in that direction, and chances are you'll hit a very successful Venezuelan business that has only been around 10, 15 years, and already, a successful restaurant, a successful exporter, a successful business of some sort. That's the beauty of the American system, right? I mean, it's not about redistributing wealth. It's about creating wealth depending on your ability to do so. And what we need to ensure as a country is that everybody has that same opportunity. It's equality of opportunity. That's what we strive for in America. So that whether you're white, black, pink, orange, yellow, whatever your color is, you have the foundation to have a shot at life. And what does that mean? That means a good education, starting when you're a toddler, going to kindergarten, going to elementary school. A good education, an ability to seek a higher education if you so choose, or a vocation of some sort. If you want to become a mechanic or you want to become a welder, whatever. There are a lot of welders or a lot of mechanics that make very, very good money. And I tell people all the time, listen, you don't want to go to college? Fine, become a welder. Go off to the oil fields up in the Dakotas and stuff, and you'll make $100,000, a year after becoming a welder, because they're that in demand. So there's lots of different paths of success in America. And we need to ensure that that continues. I mean, that's really what's made America great. That's what's made all the businesses that we see here in South Florida so prosperous. And if we don't encourage that, if we go this route of basically redistributing wealth, of punishing businesses, because a lot of the conversations that are taking place about taxing millionaires and taxing billionaires, it's Robin Hood. It's taking from the rich and giving to the poor. And that's not been a successful model. I mean, the idea is to have those equal opportunities and to allow everybody that shot at the gold, the golden treasure at the end of the rainbow, whatever. Couple things that have been going on this week I wanted to get your opinion on. We saw earlier this week the president shut down the Chinese consulate in Houston, Texas. And you saw the officials of that Chinese consulate in the courtyard burning a lot of documents. And I tell people that my guess is that they were not burning the invitation list to the Chinese New Year celebration, okay? They were probably burning the lists of spies in corporate America and academia and elsewhere. The relationship between the U.S. and China, which is the largest commercial relationship that exists in the world in terms of global trade, has taken a decided turn for the worse. And I think it has. It started with the COVID-19, the fact that the Chinese did not really alert the world and to the severity of the virus early on. The fact that they allowed it to spread by not shutting down air travel from China to other parts of the world. And I think that relationship has taken a turn for the worse. And I think the Chinese Communist Party, and seeing what they've done in Hong Kong as well. You've seen now Hong Kong, that I've had an opportunity to visit on a number of occasions during my lifetime, which even after the British left, the Chinese committed to allowing it to maintain its democratic ideals and principles. That's gone out the window now. The Chinese communists have come into Hong Kong and said no more protests. I mean, I remember being in Hong Kong and seeing protests in the streets, talking 10, 15 years ago, and seeing the Hong Kong police just standing by very peacefully, allowing people to march through the streets, expressing their opinions or their distress over whatever it was that they were arguing about at the time. That will no longer happen in Hong Kong. What is your view of what's happened with the United States and Chinese relationship, particularly in terms of the economy and the reaction that this president has taken in terms of confronting the Chinese theft of intellectual property, confronting Chinese spying in America, and this very bold action that he took this week with the consulate?
Well, China has admitted that they wanted to be the superpower of the world. They have said that. Mm-hmm. We also know that China is communist. And we know that communism is based on the fact that the end justify the means. I think it's funny when I hear, well, the Chinese press says that this, that's all BS. They tell you whatever you want to hear. There's no free press in China. There's no free press in any communist country. That's why I marvel here in the United States how the press behaves. And they don't realize what happened in Cuba, Venezuela, Nicaragua. So once they take over, the press is out the window. There's no free press in communism. But yes, it's usually the press who puts them in power. It's the press who drove Batista out of Cuba.
Sure.
It's the press who drove Guatemala and Nicaragua out of power.
It was a New York Times reporter that met with Fidel Castro in the Sierra.
And we don't understand that. So whatever it is, you know that they're going to do whatever it takes to get what they want to get. They can lie, they can cheat, they can murder. See, and this is the problem that we have in America. We have Judeo-Christian values. We cannot lie, we cannot steal, we cannot deceive. We have to honor mom and dad. We have to believe in a God. And we have to forgive. These people don't have to do any of that. And once they take over, they won't let go. Once they take over, they won't let go. Look at Castro. They talk about a democracy. A family has been ruling for over 60 years. Chavez in Venezuela, one of the richest countries in South America.
Yeah.
They don't even have gasoline.
You know what I noted on the program not long ago. You know how many oil rigs they have operating in Venezuela? Take a guess. How many oil rigs do you think are in operation these days in Venezuela?
It's crazy.
They have one rig that's pumping oil, and they have one other rig that's looking for natural gas. That's it.
And they're importing gasoline. It's just crazy.
It's insanity.
Yeah.
It's insanity. That is what happens. That is the model of socialism. That is what happens when you have a country with perhaps the largest proven oil reserves in the world. Okay. And you turn it over to socialists and communists who have really they've set a new standard for corruption and stealing in Venezuela, and millions of Venezuelans have fled from their country. A lot of them are here in South Florida, and they've destroyed Venezuela. One of the richest oil-producing countries in the world is now basically a third world poverty-stricken country. So absolutely, look, it's just shameful, what we're seeing and taking place here, and how folks are falling for this false narrative.
The thing is, they get you, they appeal to your feelings, and they get you into negotiating move. You don't negotiate with terrorists.
Right.
There's no negotiations. You have to stop them.
Right.
Because all they want to do is the more you negotiate, the more division you create. Everybody has an opinion.
Right.
Look what Black Lives Matter. So everybody has, oh, this is right, this is wrong. But that's not the subject. The subject is that they want to get rid of the police department. That's their objective. They want to create division. They want the black people to hate the black, they hate the white. They want to create division. The rich to hate the poor to hate the rich. They make sure that they tax you to death. Make sure that everybody's depending on the government. Yeah. That's what they're going to do. If you read Alinsky, it tells you very simple. Right. Control health care. You control health care, you control the population. Yeah. Tax the rich to death, make sure that you make them poor.
We're running out of time here, Max, but I wanted to sort of close this program on a positive note. You are involved in a number of charitable endeavors that I think are very important. And I think it speaks to, one of the great things about capitalism and the creation of wealth is that you're then able to use that wealth to do good with it. As Max spoke earlier, the success is not measured in terms of the dollars that you accumulate, but in what you do with those dollars and how you help your family, how you help your community. Talk to us about the things that resonate with you, that you've been involved in this community, that you've contributed to, most recently, I think, with the tribute to Monsignor Walsh.
Well, I've said before, and I know it sounds awkward, but if I gave everything that I have today, it's only 10% of what was given to me when I came to this country.
Sure.
And I mean that sincerely. And what makes this country the greatest country in the world is because we're generous, because we choose to be generous, because we learn how to be generous, not because we have to. I don't have to give anything. Nobody forces me to give anything. However, this is part of the values that we were instilled when we were growing up.
Sure.
Because we're a very generous country.
Right. Charitable giving is something that takes place in America and, quite frankly, is not found in a great many other countries of the world.
And that's what is very meaningful. Okay? How can I pay back the Catholic Church for the education that I received? I never paid a penny for my education. Belmont Abbey College, Benedictine School, and small school in North Carolina, Florida State University in Tallahassee, LaSalle High, Christopher Columbus, Lourdes Academy. How do I pay back? Because what those institutions have meant to my family and to the South Florida community is incredible. What Monsignor Walsh did, this is a gentleman who dedicated his life to young people because he chose to do so. Because this is the most generous country in the world. And that's what makes America great. And you don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to. But most people do. Mm-hmm. And that's what we must keep this going on.
Well, there's a biblical passage that, you know, to whom much is given, much is expected, right?
Well,
and I think it's fair to say, Max, that you have more than given your share back to this community and to America. I think, you know, that, you know, your message of success combined with charitable giving is one that resonates with a great many people. I thank you for being on this program. Yeah. Appreciate the opportunity to talk to you, learn a little bit more about Máximo Álvarez and your success. Hope to have you back on the program sometime soon in the future. And continue to speak freely, continue to speak as passionately as you do. It's important. We cannot be silenced during these times. This is a very critical period in our country's history that we're living through. We have a very important election coming up in November. And, you know, if you believe in American values, if you believe in the American Constitution, if you believe that this capitalist system that we have and that our society that we've created over the past 245 years, as imperfect as it may be, is worth defending, go out and vote in November, express yourself, stand up for America, stand up for our values, stand up for those Judeo-Christian values, and continue, you know, protecting this country that we all, you know, love and appreciate.
And don't forget what my father said.
What's that?
How lucky he was to go from Spain to Cuba here. If you lose this, you're not going to be as lucky as me, he used to say.
That's right. If we lose America, all bets are off. Thank you very much. Thank you for being with us on another segment of Más con Más. Once again, my thanks to our sponsors, Cachita Coffee, Longevity, Grimal Joyeria, and others that make this program possible. Thank you for being with us and look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.